Come on, give me 1 second to see if the chat can hear you.
All right. Sorry, I had to mute that. All right, and let me just say good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. That's how I intro my.
All right, let's see if the chat can hear you now. It's going to take a little bit because there's a little bit of lag.
That's all right.
Also, Two Gun Tommy 499 V. I work construction 6 days a week, and your Mickey Mouse voice has made you laugh so hard. I will not be going in for tomorrow. Thanks for the videos. I do make a good Mickey Mouse voice, don't I?
Yes.
All right. So, what do you think about this? How should I say? Insane push that they're having to shield this movie.
I think it's so bizarre and honestly hilarious. Why does Disney just own everything? Do they own all these people? I mean, how can
at this point, I have to wonder, like, is it that they're owning them or they're blackmailing them? Like, okay, so
I mean, well,
let's recap what they did.
They can blackmail them because Disney movies are so popular. They can blackmail them and say, if you're not going to give us good things, we're not going to give you special access to future movies and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's go through the things they did, right? So number one, they got the gatekeepers of the industry, which are like the journalists, the culture critics, all of them, to not only shill hard for this movie, but to also do damage control for every time Brie Larson makes a mistake. They got Rotten Tomatoes to disable the possibility of you going in there and saying you're not interested in seeing the movie.
I know.
They got Rotten Tomatoes to take down over 50,000 reviews to just increase the score of this movie by a couple of percentages.
It's crazy.
They got YouTube to change its algorithm so that you don't get to see videos from YouTubers that have like 673,000 views per video. And instead, you're going to see ABC and newscasts coming up first in the search engine, which only get like 1.3 thousand views per video.
I know. I was watching it earlier. Oh my.
They DMCA'd a couple of YouTubers that were talking about Brie Larson. It is unimaginable, and a nonstop barrage of commercial after commercial on Facebook from IGN, from GameSpot, from Disney itself, and it's not even that they're commercial to the movies. It's no. It's like sponsored content where they pretend they talk about something, but they also kind of shield the movie. Like they say, oh, click on this article to find out what the after credits from Captain Marvel actually meant. You know, it's just insane. Like,
dude, my mind just keeps going back to you saying it's blackmail. It's gotta be. That's the power of the mouse, right? They have to be threatening him. I mean, I understand shilling, but this isn't just shilling. This is bad business practices. This is gonna shake the very faith most people have in Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, of course. Like, I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes anymore. If you look at Rotten Tomatoes, okay, Orville, season 1, 23% critics review, like they didn't like it at all. 97% audience score.
Yeah, and you can always trust that the critics are going to be wrong.
Yeah, right? And then hold on. Season 2 comes along. Season 2, 100% critic score and 100% audience score. Do you know what happened with season 2?
What the heck? What happened?
Orville got bought by Disney.
Oh my God!
It's the magic of the mouse. I shit you not. Let me see if I can find like the actual.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Like, and very few people talk about it. All right, I think I found it. Hold on, I'll share it on the screen. I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
I have a Mickey Mouse puppet that would be perfect for this.
Right. So apparently, average tomato, right? 20% critic review. 90% of the audience likes it. This is season 1. Season 2, they got bought by Disney. 100% of the critics like it. 94% of the audience likes it. I mean, and do you know why I think that they didn't like it the first time? I think it's because they were competing with Star Trek. They were basically, the Orville was doing competition to the other show that the critics like, which is Star Trek Discovery.
Well, that and it's a little politically incorrect, and those people are the political correct police. So
I mean, I don't know. I watched it. It was very PC. Like when they had the transgender episode, they had an episode where
yeah, yeah, that well, that's the thing is that the creators kind of mix it up. They're kind of welcoming to offend everybody, and they don't, the PC police only want certain people to be offended.
yeah.
So, but I think it
Oh,
could be a combination of both. I think you might be right.
so the magic of the mouse is working. Like this morning, if I'm not mistaken, Captain Marvel had like 32% review, and now it's 52% audience score.
Fantastic! The movie's getting better.
It's getting good.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's just bizarre. I've never seen it done for any movie. And now they're pressuring IMDb, right? Because the way they're pressuring it is that they're writing articles, and it's like IMDb is allowing sick trolls to destroy this brilliant movie. So basically, like if you don't step in, if you don't interfere, you're the problem. Like you're allowing this to happen. You're sponsoring the culture of hate or whatever.
No, I got no comment to that. That's
Here's my yeah.
IMDb?
Go on.
Oh, what the hell? Hold on. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Um,
Hey, did you see my Captain Marvel is racist video?
no, I'll have to watch it. Billy Odell said Donald Ducko and Mickey Mauschwitz. But here's my take on it, right? When you're wondering on how to have a culture, right? Like there's different ways of it. Now you have the Plato's Republic, where it talks about a council of wise men that dictate society. Like that council will dictate every aspect of your life. They will tell you your place in life, the job you need to have, how you need to behave, right? So it's a system that a lot of people don't like it for obvious reasons, right?
It's freaking communism.
Well, yeah, that is the idea of Plato's Republic. Now you have, on the other hand, you got democracy, where people decide bottoms up what they want to have, and then they implement the popular decision.
That's mob rule.
Yeah, but now we have constitutions to make sure that there are certain rights that shall not be infringed, even if the mob wants to infringe them or not.
Yeah.
But these are like the two diametrical systems. Now, in the middle, I noticed a new system emerging, a way of thinking. Is the idea that a sort of Plato's Republic that creates the image of democracy. So people can vote, people can express their desires, as long as it coincides with what the wise men want to do.
So, 1984.
Yeah,
you do what Big Brother tells you to do.
No. It's not really like that. So basically, there was this competition. There was this competition in Europe. It's called Eurovision, right? And they hold on. Let me just disable the super chat voice bot, because I don't think you can hear it.
I can't hear it.
Democracy is truth. Communism is death.
Freeman says democracy is truth. Communism is death. Democracy is mob rule. What you need is a representative republic. The voices of people matter, but they can't.
But that's a subsection of democracy.
Yeah, but the majority can't be the tyranny over the minority. That's
because you got a constitution. But anyway, like my point was, you got Eurovision, right? And in Eurovision, the public has the right to vote on whatever singers they want to represent the country. And there was this singer, which was a girl that worked in a church's choir. She was very young, I believe she was 17 or 18. I don't know exactly. But anyway, she made a beautiful performance, absolutely stunning. And everyone in the country wanted her to win. So the public voted in majority for her. But because she supported bad opinions, she was not in favor of gay marriage. The jury, which was pro-LGBT, and I believe that there was even like a gay person in that jury, decided to give the prize to a different competitor that was gay.
Shocking.
And yeah, so you get this idea that the public has the right to vote, and you feel as if you have the power to change things, but it only works if you vote correctly. The moment the public votes incorrectly, is the wise men that have to step in and correct the public towards the right direction.
All right. So the illusion of democracy. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and you see this almost everywhere now. You see it implemented right here.
Seems like you're seeing it with Brexit, right?
Yeah, with Brexit, it's like, oh, you didn't vote properly, you're going to vote again. But you see it with YouTube changing its algorithm. Like The Verge actually says this, that YouTube is now promoting the authoritative people on the matter. So
yeah, you know what? Same thing. I mean, I don't mean to drag it back into politics, but same thing here in America with gay marriage. Every state that voted for it voted against gay marriage, and the judges all overturned them individually.
Did they vote against? Like, I know there were some states that vote for it.
No, even the most liberal, leftist-leaning states in the union, everyone voted against gay marriage.
Well, that's why they freak out about Trump naming SCOTUS presidents, SCOTUS judges, because there's two ways of interpreting a law. You can interpret the law on how it's written, or you can interpret the law in the spirit that the lawmaker made the law. So, like, based on the interpretation, you can basically change how the law is being applied. And so in the case of gay marriage, I don't think the founding fathers intended for gay people to marry.
They certainly did not.
Right. But because of so they interpreted in the letter of the law. Another example would be the anchor babies. Now, the anchor babies, the spirit of the law,
that's right,
I believe, is for Black people to be able to gain citizenship for their children.
That's right.
It wasn't so that people that are coming from Mexico, for example, to be able to, like me from Romania,
or you fly, from Romania. That's
right. to fly my pregnant wife into the United States. She has a kid there, and now my kid has American citizenship. No other country in the world has this.
Yeah, it's called birth tourism. You know, they do that. They legitimately, it's called birth tourism. They set it up so that you can go when you're about to deliver, you can go to America. And
I wonder if
your
visa,
child, it's bullcrap. Yeah.
I wonder if they give you visas if, like, I want to visit America with my pregnant wife.
I think the Chinese government allows it and probably encourages it.
Wow, that's astonishing.
It is. It's ridiculous.
Well, I need to consider
and they should change it. Trump should change it. Or the government should change it. They should, because by the letter of the law, by the spirit of the law, even, it does not mean anybody who's here gets citizenship. That's just ridiculous.
But I'll definitely consider it. You know, if I'm going to have a kid when I'm married, I'll definitely consider it. It's like, hey, you know, if you're about to give birth, like, why not have a visit to America? It's like, well, it's legal. You know, you're not doing anything wrong.
True.
Like you're getting citizenship. Things go bad.
God willing, we'll change that law before you get here.
God will. It's another thing that I'm surprised is, like, you know, you get this what do they call it, male bride, like order a bride,
order brides.
Yeah.
They're from Romania, aren't they?
Well, it's I don't know. I generally don't know of any friend that did that. I think they're more from Russia and Eastern Europe, but I'm thinking, like, why did no one discover this? Like, if you're
isn't Romania in Eastern Europe?
Yeah, but I'm talking more Eastern than me.
Why those guys over there, you mean?
Yeah, why didn't anyone figure this out? Like, if you're a man, you can go on Grindr, on Tinder, or whatever, right? Yeah. And you can have, like, a homosexual marriage with another man, and he gets American citizenship. Like, you don't have to perform any activities or anything like that. It's just the paperwork that needs to be done.
Yeah, but they do actually, like, check on people.
What exactly do they check on?
They, like, do interviews and whatnot to make sure you're not full of crap. They'll interview your neighbors to see if you're, like, always actually there. You know, if you're really living together, they'll interview your coworkers and stuff if they have reason to suspect that your marriage is a green card marriage.
And how long do they do that? Like 1 year or something?
I don't know, probably. I don't.
But the thing is, like, after you get the green card, you can just file a divorce. It's like, well, he was abusive or something. It's just...
True. I wonder if you have to be married for a certain length of time before it all qualifies. I mean, you're not going to get citizenship, Dude, it took my mom 14 years to get citizenship.
But no one want like the idea isn't that people want citizenship; they just want to live there and work there. Like citizenship means you get drafted. Citizenship means you get to vote. I mean, yeah, most people just want to stay there and I guess have a house and have a job.
V, nobody's worried about the draft since 1973.
No, that is true. But you never know. So I found this interesting thing. Let me get you into trouble. This is getting Mike into trouble, right? Can you see my screen? Hold on, I'll share.
It just says
share.
V.
Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. I'll share it with you on Hangout. I just talked about the right of women to vote, which was it wasn't the way the progressives advertised it, that only men had the right to vote. It was rich people having the right to vote.
Oh, thank you, Feminist. Oh, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a lock on yours. Okay. All right. Thank you, Feminist. If you're a woman and you can vote, well, thank a dead woman. A dead person.
Thank a feminist if you're a woman and you can go to college. I guess this doesn't sell well if you're in Saudi Arabia and you're a woman. You can't thank them.
No, all this stuff is American centric, so.
It was similar. People that would get in college were just wealthy people. Like you had to be from a prestigious family to go into college. And eventually,
wait, when was that?
In Europe. I don't know how it was in America. Yeah. And it was also extremely expensive. So like the push was to make it more acceptable for people, and eventually it was also to get women, but it wasn't like a big feminist movement.
And now it's free, and you have a ton of 20, 30-year-old people in America or in Europe that have college educations that are absolutely worthless because they went to go do women's studies PhDs and crap. It's like
thank a feminist if you're a woman and you can wear pants. This is true, but you should also thank a feminist if you're a woman and you get to wear a hijab. Let's see what. Thank a feminist if you're a woman and you can have a job.
Yeah. I was just talking about this on my show the other day. It's like I know women in like past their childbearing age who were career centric, who completely they like look back in their life and like, wow, that wasn't worth it.
Well, actually, let me get into a conspiracy theory. It's actually the bankers that wanted women to have a job because number one, now you can tax. The government can tax 2 people rather than 1, and secondly, now women can make loans.
I don't know what it's about in Europe, but in America, women entered the workforce during World War II because all the men were gone.
Yep.
All the men were gone. Women entered the workforce after World War II. A lot of them were like, well, we like working. So that's what started women entering the work. If you're a woman and you have a job, thank Hitler.
That is true. Thank Hitler for invading Poland.
That's right.
Thank a feminist if you're a woman and you can own property. This is so wrong. Like, yes, men own property, but if the man died, the woman became the owner.
Yeah, I think it probably depends on the country.
In most countries, but think about the logistics, right? Like men go to work, women stay at home and take care of the household. Like when the man is gone, the woman is the one that owns the property.
Well, no, I mean, in like medieval times and whatnot, women couldn't own property.
There were duchesses, there were countesses that had property.
Well, I think royal families probably have a slightly different. Whatever. I think it still depends on the country and the time, but I wouldn't think a feminist.
This one is bullshit completely.
And honestly, I mean, feminism is like unions, right? It was probably a good idea at a time at the time when it started, but now it's just completely ruining things.
Well, again, like you shouldn't confuse third wave feminism with second wave or first wave feminism.
Yeah.
But this one is horseshit. It's like, thank a feminist if you're a woman and you can use birth control. Like, first of all, the birth control, you should thank the pharmaceutical companies. And second of all, if I'm not mistaken, a man, he invented birth control.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
And third of all, there's side effects that they don't mention. It's like, first of all, they're going to make you fat. Second of all, you're going to have blood clots, and you're going to risk heart attacks and aneurysms and stuff like that. Just use the condom. Much
And
better.
birth control can also lead to sterility.
Yeah, just use the condom. Use the
Condoms
condom.
suck. Dude, I hate that. It's like eating a steak with a balloon on your tongue.
Well, if you really love your woman and you don't want her to go on birth control, use a condom.
I have 5 kids.
Oh, and you want the sixth?
No, I got to. There's a way to get all the kids you want, and then take care of it on the male side, dude. The condoms suck. I don't want to discourage
I don't
people
know,
from
like,
birth control, but condoms suck.
maybe they make them better in my country because the technology is so advanced that they're really thin. I mean, it's you still feel a difference, but it's not that major.
Oh, please.
Thank a feminist if you're a woman and you can keep the money you earn. Well, I don't know what world they lived in, but I remember when my dad came from work and would give the entire wage to my mom. That was a thing, and it was a thing when my grandparents had the household as well.
Yeah, the woman is the CFO of the family, general. Usually,
It's actually getting to a point that if you look at the people who are selling houses, like the house salesmen and whatnot, when they have a couple coming and wanting to buy a house, they don't they're instructed not to try and convince the man to buy the house. They're instructed to convince the woman to buy the house.
The women control the purse strings of the world. The women make the major financial decisions usually. And it's I hate this concept. It's like a man comes home, a husband makes money, comes home, and it's the money for the family. But women are supposed to hoard their money. What is this? It's like, are you part of a family or not? I
mean, it depends from couple to couple, I guess. But this is another good point, right? Like, there used to be a society where I guess the man has the job and the woman stays at home. Now, this is usually the aspect of a very
1930s.
Yeah, it is the aspect of an incredibly wealthy society where you can have the ability to afford a single man working. Like, if you look at medieval time in my country or in anywhere in Europe, the woman would stay at home, quote unquote, but she would be the one that feeds the chickens, feeds the cows, cleans the stable.
Yeah,
while the husband would go out and plow the field.
Yeah, so, the only women that didn't work were women of men who could afford like house servants and stuff.
Yeah. So this idea of the man working and the woman staying at home is a very bourgeois, type of wealthy society concept. But with that said, it makes sense that if the woman stays home, she does the house chores, because back then, like, it took a lot of time to wash the clothes. You had to go on a river and wash them by hand.
Oh, yeah.
You had to sweep the floors. You had to take care of the children, to make the food. All of this was a one-day activity. It was
if you have time to watch soaps, thank a man for inventing the washing machine. Thank a man for inventing the dishwasher. Thank a man for inventing Roomba.
But here's my point, right? Nowadays, doing the house chores takes maximum an hour a day. Maximum. Like, you just said, dude. You got the Roomba.
Not when you got 5 kids.
No, well, yeah, but I'm
a hard-working woman.
I'm thinking, like, I'm living by myself. Let's say there would be 2 people, and it would be like extra work. It shouldn't be more than an hour.
Oh no, it's
I mean, you got a washing machine, it does things by hand. You got the Roomba, you got, all of these things that simplified. You got a microwave. So there's no reason for a person to just stay at home.
By a man, by the way. Refrigerators invented
there might be some women that contribute. Come on. Now, the thing is, there is no logical reason for a person to stay at home. But back then, if you had a divorce, the woman would get, half of the things, because it was considered that her working and providing the household would allow the husband to work hard, because, it creates like that pleasant environment for him to come back home. But now, if the woman has a job, why do you need alimony laws? Why do you need to have, the split to be half and half?
The funny thing is, sometimes in certain situations, when the woman is basically the man of the house, and the it's a house husband. If they get divorced, the husband can get alimony if they've
Yeah,
got a lawyer.
that's true. That's true. And feminists
Crazy.
started complaining about alimony. Like I saw
And then their
articles.
children grow up to be transgendered too.
I saw articles where the feminists were complaining about alimony. By the way, they were livid about it because it is the situation you described.
Yeah,
This
because they're
is
hypocrites.
this is an MRA stream, isn't it? Thank a feminist if you're a woman, and you can get a divorce if you choose. This is so. Oh my god! Like, how is this a benefit? Because here's the thing, I understand divorces in the case of abuse, right? Like that's fine. But the Hollywood type of divorce where the person just gets bored, it's like, didn't you have an oath? Didn't you swear until death does you apart?
A vow. Yeah.
Isn't it a contract? Shouldn't contracts be enforced by the government? Like if I do a contract with you, Mike, and I say that until death does me apart, we will split our earnings, and you sign it. Yep. If you break it, shouldn't there be some consequences? Like, is it right? Yep. So why isn't it the same with marriage?
I know.
That there should be a fee that the person who starts the divorce for any other reason than abuse. It's better or worse.
Or adultery.
Or adultery, yeah. I think even the Bible allows adultery.
No, it doesn't. It allows
as a divorce.
As a divorce, yeah. Yeah, I have a different view on I don't think marriage should be in the purview of government at all.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have like the ability to split the income after a divorce if it's not the government. Because that's what the government regulates.
I don't think the laws of marriage are designed to worry about divorce. I think
it's something that I worry about.
I think it's like you said, it's a contract. I think it should be a civil contract. If the government needs to keep track of people who are making this obligation to one another, it should be a civil contract. But the actual marriage is a religious institution according to every religion on the planet. It should remain, the separate. It's funny, people want the separation of church and state, but they want marriage defined by the state. It's ridiculous.
Well, I think the state defines like certain rights, like inheritance. It defines,
right, but that should be contractual.
But
not religious.
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, I don't think the state is religious when it is the contract of marriage, isn't it the same in America? Like in my country, it is. You got the civic part of marriage, like the civil, where you go in front of the representative of the mayor.
Separate the civil from the religious.
Yeah, it is separated here. Like you go to
it's not here.
The church. Oh, it's not? Right. No, in my country it's different. You go to the church, you have and it's optional. Like you can just choose not to have it.
Yeah, that's right. You can go before a judge and have a civil ceremony.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Anyways.
Thank a feminist if you're a woman and you have the right to read the books you want. Well, actually, I don't. Like, there's a lot of games that feminists ban. They're like Milo Yiannopoulos' book was taken down by feminists. So I guess
you know what? Thank the Puritans if you're able to read the book you want.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. It's the Puritans that came over here and they wanted to make sure, because in Europe, illiteracy was huge because nobody was even allowed to read the Bible.
That's
right.
But
the Puritans wanted every single person to be able to read the Bible, and so that educating everybody in the country and ultimately in the Western world was a religious institute or a religious necessity.
What's funny is that the person who translated the Bible, if I'm not mistaken, the church dug him up and burned his corpse.
I don't doubt it. Dude, have you ever read Fox's Book of Martyrs?
No.
Dude, it's so brutal. I mean, the Catholic Church would hunt down and kill anybody who's read the Bible or owned a Bible. Yeah, it was.
Is that a thing? Like I remember when the printing press was discovered, they were livid about it. Because now I can print the Bible.
No, the only the church, only the priests and the whatever were allowed to read the Bible because the Bible's the word of God, so that's how they maintained control over the populace, was by telling them what God said.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you read about Jesus, how rich people can't go to heaven, and then you look at the Pope and you see that big crown of gold on top of his head. You start asking questions.
Well, it doesn't say rich people can't go to heaven, but
I do think it's like it's more likely for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich person to enter heaven.
Yeah, but that's contextual. There's
Well,
a
see?
door. There's a
Yeah.
door. There's a doorway in the wall in the Eastern Wall or something like that in Jerusalem, which everybody knew about. The doorway was called the Eye of the Needle, right? The Eye of the Needle is big enough for a man to walk through, but if you want a camel to get through it, the camel literally has to be completely unladen, and it has to get on its knees and like crawl through it, shuffle through it.
Yeah, but
So if
even
you're a rich,
contextually, you could
no,
say
no,
it's
no.
very difficult for a rich man. Would this
Oh yeah,
be?
no, but the visuals here, it's right. If you're a rich man and you carry all of your crap on the back of a camel, when you get to the Eye of a Needle, you literally have to get rid of all your stuff
Yeah.
and crawl on your knees through the Eye of the Needle. So yeah, the context is you got to shed all your worldly desires and property and all that stuff to get through the Eye of the Needle. So it's easier for a rich man to get through the Eye of a Needle, right? Or a camel to get through the Eye of a needle than a rich man.
I mean, I think that's what the Catholic
Rich
Church
men
is to
usually
say.
hold on to their stuff so much.
That's what the Catholic Church is to say as well. Yeah, that they would say that it's everything is contextual, and you need the wisdom of the church to interpret it. So a person that wasn't trained in how to interpret the Bible was dangerous because they could spread heresy.
Yeah, and that's I mean, it's weird. The Pope said that the new Pope said that recently, that a personal relationship with Jesus Christ is dangerous. What?
No. That's the actual interpretation. That's why we had saints and patron saints in Europe. It's because they believe that the saints were the intermediaries between mankind and God. Like the idea of praying to Jesus or praying to God is quite new. Up until now, you'd have a patron saint and you'd pray to him, and he would intervene on your behalf to Yahweh or to Jesus or to whomever.
Yeah, your stream health window is open.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So,
hey, could you push people to subscribe to my channel?
Yeah, subscribe to Mike Miller. Let me just
Blacklist Universe.
Hold on, I'll give me the link and I'll put it in the description at the end of the video.
It's just blacklistuniverse.com. It'll take you straight to my YouTube channel.
All right, hold on. Blacklist Universe.
I never understand why people don't just make quick links so they don't have to be like, go to YouTube and then go to this channel, and then it's like, just make a link.
All right.
Blacklistuniverse.com.
Oh my God, you're streaming this as well. You son of a
bitch. You told me to set up Google Hangouts.
Well, I didn't thought you'd go live. It's fine. I mean, we're double streaming. Just so you know, you should or one of us should take it down, because you can get demonetized for duplication.
You can?
Yeah, if you have like two videos identical on one channel and another, YouTube can actually have this algorithm which detects it and it demonetizes for duplication.
All right, I'll take mine down later.
Right. So there were these how should I say, not heretics. Well, actually heretics. The Cathars, I believe they were called. They believed that the God of the Old Testament is evil, and that Jesus is the one that gives salvation, and they try to emulate living like Jesus. And they believe that the Catholic Church comes from Satan, because they would look at the vast amount of wealth that the Catholic Church had, and they believe that there's no way they can go to heaven because look how obscenely wealthy they are. And the church declared the crusade on them. And they slaughtered every one of them because they were threatening the power of the church.
Yeah, there were a couple, 2-3 crusades that were pretty shady. No, because most of the crusades, were just defensive wars against the Ottoman Empire. But there were a couple like that one. Trying to remember, there was another one where I think there was one against France. I think there was. Yeah, there were a couple that were. Yeah, it was shady. I mean, it was 400 years. You couldn't have good popes all the way through.
Well, it's also rumored that the first crusade was done by the Pope in order to cover a scandal that he was involved in.
No, that's ridiculous. The first crusade united Europe.
Yeah. No. Listen, like the Ottoman Empire was attacking Constantinople for hundreds of years, right? So why that particular time? And the rumor is that the Pope was involved in a scandal. So in order to divert attention from the scandal, he started the crusade. Because now
I have
everyone
not
is.
heard that rumor. Sorry.
I'll have to read it somewhere. I'm really fascinated in the history of the Catholic Church, especially.
Yeah.
Alvok for $2. No leftist is an honest actor. For them is a tactic. Two Gun Tabi for $4.99. Thank Rockstar for allowing to tie up a feminist and drag them behind a horse. Also, this is the comic book guy again. More of him, please. The comic book guy. Let's see what else we got. We got thank a feminist if you're a woman and you want to lose your job for being pregnant.
Thank you, feminist, if you are looked down upon for wanting to be a good mother.
That is true. I mean, I actually had this discussion at law school about the fairness of it all.
Went to law school too?
Yeah.
Was it because it was free?
No. Actually, it was. Like, law school was free. Medicine school wasn't. But if you're an employer, right, and you want to hire and you train a person for 2 years, then they get pregnant, they're going to miss 9 months plus, if they decide to
9 months. Dude, if you're pregnant, you don't miss work for 9 months.
No. It's 9 months to raise the baby. Like, you get maternity leave.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forget you Americanskis. You don't get that, do you?
No, you get I think you get like 2 months or something. I don't know what it is. It's not. I don't think it's necessitated by the state exactly how much time you get, but I don't know for sure. So
I think here it's like 9 months to a year. Like, you get to decide, and based on your decision, you get more money or something like that. Like, if you opt to take like the 9 months, you get more money. If you opt to get the 1 year, you get less. I don't know if the law changed, but anyway, like, you're depriving the person who hired you, which can also be a woman. You're depriving them of one man, and it's so difficult to find a replacement because, like, who is going to work for just 1 year? And like, look, you can only work for 1 year because then, like, the person that is working in your place is going to come back. So it is a hurdle.
Yeah. Well, Jordan Peterson goes on and on about the lie of the wage gap because of that sort of thing. It's like, women have other necessities. Usually, if you're a normal woman, you want to have a family, and so you don't want to work 18 hours a day, driving yourself into the ground, because only men are that stupid.
No, but the thing is, I haven't opened a medical book in, I believe, 3 years now, and it shows. Like, it is quite, I'm sure if I would pick up a medical
you make
book
more
right
in
now,
a week than you did in a year.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, if I probably pick up my medical books again, it would be very easy to study and catch up because I already studied it before. But missing your job for 1 year, you're going to forget a lot of things that were required in order to perform that job properly. And someone who didn't miss that 1 year, they're going to get the promotion instead of you.
That's right. That man.
Thank a feminist if you're a woman and you can marry who you want.
Oh, Perkindo on my chat says 3 months of FMLA in America. It's a federal law. Well, there you go. We get 3 months.
Thank a feminist if you're a woman and you can testify in your own defense. Is this like did America used to have Sharia law or something?
I know, that's what I was just thinking.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, is it possible that like women couldn't testify in their own defense?
No, I don't recall that. I think it's like thank the Supreme Court for most of this stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Thank the church, thank the Supreme Court, thank a man. Feminists haven't done a whole lot. Feminists did get them the right to vote.
You know what's funny? No, because actually women were against the right to vote. We covered this. Like, the left is against the Supreme Court now that Trump named two people as judges. Thank a feminist if you're a woman and you can run for office. This is so factually incorrect. Like before women got the right to vote, there was a woman in office, and it was because she was wealthy.
Yeah.
I can look it up on Google if you want.
This is all lies.
Think of feminist if you're a woman and you can persecute sexual assault no matter what.
Prosecute.
I think this is a Freudian slip.
Oh, is it persecute?
Persecute. Yeah.
Okay, you're not sharing anymore, just so you know.
Oh, I'll hold on, give me a second. But yeah, it says persecute.
Yeah, that's Freudian right there.
You know what's funny about it is that you actually get people complaining that CEOs don't want to train women anymore, and that they're Mike Pensing the shit. Like they literally don't want to be caught alone with a woman, so they're going to stop interacting with women at workplaces. They're going to, if they have a business lunch and they're with a woman, they bring someone else. They make absolutely sure that they don't put themselves in a situation where someone can persecute them for sexual assault.
Yeah, well, Mike Pence's reasoning is it's a biblical. It's like avoid all appearance of evil. So you don't want to like look like you're behind closed doors with another woman or anything like that. It's respectful of the wife. It's respectful of God. But I understand from a legal perspective how someone who's not even a person of faith would, in this day and age, want to cover all their bases that way.
Yeah, but
like, and thank the feminists for that.
Yeah, regardless of why he does it, it's not a bad thing to follow. Think a feminist if you're a woman and you can practice a professional sport. Yeah, I would say think a feminist if you're a woman and a transgender is going to beat the shit out of you. Let me see if I got the. Do you know the pictures?
Of the transgender.
Oh, of my favorite person, Miss Hannah Mousy. Let me see if I can figure it out. Hannah Mousy. I want to be like her when I grow up. Let me see if I can find the. Hold on. There's a. Here we go. Here we go.
Is that the It's Ma'am person?
No. This is like, look at it. Look at it.
Like the Hulk versus.
Hold on, let me see if I get another picture, which is even more suggestive.
Oh wait, is this the one who threatened Ben Shapiro?
Or no? I think that's
right.
Isn't that...
Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah, but there's another one that actually cracked the skull of another woman that was in let me see. Skull woman transgender. I think it was MMA fight or something. Hold on, I got it. Got it right here. Transgender MMA fighter breaks skull of female opponent.
Oh, that's definitely ma'am.
That is definitely ma'am.
Super ma'am.
God damn it! Where's the? Do you know how hard it is to find articles like this? They're not readily available. Yeah, I found it. So. Transgender MMA fighter breaks female opponent's skull. Is it okay for a man to hit a woman?
Oh my God.
Transgender MMA fighter, blah, blah, blah. The fight lasted 1 round and was over in almost 2.5 minutes. It's not easy viewing, but the entire fight, including the bloody end, can be viewed below.
What if this guy just he
Jack Conte? I didn't say that. Jack Conte, please don't kick me off Patreon. It's ma'am. It is ma'am.
It's ma'am.
It is ma'am.
What if this guy just really, really wanted to beat up women and he knew he could get away with it if he pretended to be a woman?
I can't vouch and stand for your absolute hate speech, Mike. I do hope that one day you'll manage to get rid of the bigotry in your heart.
Hey, I'm just telling you that legitimately, if you're a dude and you love beating up women, this is the way to do it.
Oh
freaking
my
just killed
fucking
me.
god. Yeah, I'm deleting the stream. I fought a lot of women and have never felt the strength that I felt in a fight as I did that night. I can't answer whether it's because she was born a man or not, because I'm not a doctor. I can only say I've never felt so overpowered ever in my life, and I am a abnormally strong female in my own right. I still disagree with fox fighting. Any other job or career, I say have to go at it, but when it comes to combat sport, it just isn't fair. Do you know that the Olympics just said that transgender men can compete with women now?
I know what it's the Olympics. What is wrong with people?
Do you know what's funny? It's like you're going to see countries like China pushing out transgender women now. 'Cause, like if the Chinese, okay, they got this culture. They take little girls, age of 5 or 6, and they go through brutal training. Like they step on these girls' legs. They break their knees so they can be more flexible in gymnastics, right? They beat them constantly, and the whole thing is to get them to grow up to be the gold medal winners, right? Like through all these years of hard training, they will get the gold medal out of the Olympics.
I make them drink vinegar so their bones are more flexible.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
But think about it, right? Like if that's the mentality, if you're going to have like transgender people, which are better than the women and they're winning the gold medals and whatnot, you're going to have these countries just, eventually pushing out transgender people.
It's because they're men, V.
Yeah, I'm deleting the stream. Tactical Droid is saying base Chinese. Why don't the Japanese do that?
Can you believe you could get banned from Twitter for saying that?
Oh yeah, it's called dead talking. Dead naming. Sorry.
So ridiculous.
You're not allowed to dead cock someone. I love the fact that Tim Pool actually pressed them on this, and they said, "Look, you're representing a very, very small minority viewpoint by pushing this ideology." And they were like, "Nope, nope, nope."
Yeah, I know. The world's just gone freaking stupid, honestly.
Right. Well, seems I got a message, so I need to head out. I thank you for being here, Mike.
Yeah, brother.
And yeah, guys, check out his channel. What is it again?
It's Blacklist Universe, and also I have an Indiegogo. I've got 3 books you can get for it's like over 400 pages you can get for like $50, and it's at themegcomic.com. It's based on that the movie The Meg that came out.
Jesus Christ, the shameless shilling.
Yeah, I'm shilling. But I have the license to do the adaptation of the novel, not that the movie is also based on. So check it out, themegcomic.com. V, you should check it out too.
By the way, Mike, I never asked you. Do you still work at DC?
No, man, I'm on my own, man.
What happened? Like, what was it? An official thing where they told you they don't want you? Or...
Well, the author,
the
the writer, Tom Taylor, who got me the job in the first place, and this is all speculation because I was never told why they sort of gave me less and less work. But yeah, Tom and I were working famously together. Obviously, I probably did more art than any other artist on the first 3 years of Injustice, right?
Yeah.
Well, the first year and then the third and fourth year. But then Trump got elected. Tom Taylor is a crazy far leftist. And it's funny because prior to, we had made this tacit agreement never to discuss politics.
Yeah.
But then Trump got elected, and I think it broke him because my involvement got smaller and smaller, and it just kind of happened to coincide with that timeline.
Were you vocal in supporting?
And he's even blocked me on Twitter.
Were you vocal in supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Dude, I made money. I was making bets when he announced that he was.
So you rubbed it in his face?
No, I never discussed politics with him.
Hmm.
He just knew I was vocal. He's blocked me on Twitter. I think he just doesn't want to be involved. He's put his politics over producing, quality products. So, but I don't care because, my first Indiegogo did $113,000. I'm gonna get ready to do my second issue of Lone Star pretty soon here, and yeah, we're off on our own adventure.
Here's
So.
another question. Like there was this time period in DC where they went through DC Rebirth and they dropped the social justice nonsense and they basically like made Flash white again. And I remember the culture critics were livid because they were re-rolling, like all the changes that social justice activists did. And DC started selling. Like they actually started, selling a lot of comics, and they went even past Marvel. Well, what happened with that? Like what was the deal with that? What was the inside scoop?
I have no idea. I'm not involved with editorial. I only dealt with, the one editor on my one comic. So
I'll have to ask Ethan about it, eh?
Yeah, I think Ethan probably dealt with more diverse members of the team than I did. The only time I dealt with anybody else was when I did something crazy wrong. Like one time I put up on eBay. I saw that people were selling, be in my comic on Kickstarter and whatnot, on crowdfunding. And so I put up a thing on eBay. I was like, hey, do you want to be a background character in Injustice? And I get a call from Jim Lee.
What did it say?
Yeah, you can't do that. So funny.
Oh my God, Mike, you utter shill.
Yeah.
How much?
Blacklist Universe. Subscribe today.
How much did it cost to get into your comic into a background character in Injustice?
It was an auction on eBay, and they made me take it down. So
how much did it go before you took it down?
I don't even remember, man. I don't even remember.
$1,000 or something?
I honestly haven't got a clue. I don't recall at all. But yeah, I think it was Jim and Hank Canals called me up, and they're like, dude, yeah, you can't do that.
They probably held that against you when deciding to cut you off,
No, I don't think so, because that was way early on. That was like year one probably. And I was sticking people in the background, but it was like, I stuck Tom Taylor and my editor and whatnot. And then my editor's like, it's like we can get into legal trouble if you do that. And it's like, yeah, right.
I mean, I guess they could technically. I don't know.
No, because you'd have the permission of the person doing it.
Yeah, but maybe like the higher ups would be upset that you're making money using their platform or something.
Well, I mean, it's their company. If they tell me not to do it, I wasn't going to do it. I was going to. It doesn't bother me, but yeah.
Unless you draw Mickey Mouse or some shit. Anyway, thank you for being here. I will take down the stream. Yeah. And thank you guys for donating. Thank you for watching.
And there goes V. Let's see what the guys have to say. Jim Lee is a party pooper. Well, Jim pooped on that party a little bit, but that's fine. EBS drew a bunch of Rebirth stuff. Yes, hold on a second. Sub to me at Blacklist Universe. One finger is way too. What? Want to learn that finger death punch? Finger death punch? What are you talking about? It was actually, Perkindo says, it was actually two transgender males, and they took all of the top medals in the female track events. A lot of parents of the female students were upset about it. Gee, you think? But there was nothing they could do. Yeah, JD Sutton says you can get arrested here in the UK for saying it. Isn't it insane? It isn't insane. I don't know. I know you guys hear me complain about the lack of freedom of speech in the UK all the time, but yeah, it's the land of the Magna Carta, guys. The land of the Magna Carta. And I think someone said Mike supports Trump. He never mentions it. Do I? Is that sarcasm? Or do I really never mention it? Does it not come up? Or was that sarcasm? I think you guys are being sarcastic at this point. 400 years, it's hard having a good ruler for just 10. I know. Magazine says, so look at the interview Scarlett Johansson did about Ivanka Trump. I think she put her down for being a homemaker or something. Oh, yeah. I mean, and Ivanka's what? One of the most powerful women in the country. But she is a homemaker too, so. The UK is becoming tyrannical. It is a police state. Harsh. Harsh. Let me get down to the bottom here. So, yeah, how many of you guys were not familiar with V before this stream? I'm just curious if everybody knows who V is, because sometimes I get that, like, who the heck is V? Where do I buy your comics, boy? You can go to themegcomic.com. The Meg, here. I just put the link in there. That's got 3 graphic novels I am selling currently. The Lone Star book will be available again once I launch my second Lone Star Indiegogo. I found out about V through Mike and Ethan. Yeah, I found out about V through Ethan. He actually messaged me one day and he's like, hey, you've got to go on this guy V's show. And I'm like, who's V? He's like, he's a big YouTuber. At the time, V was way bigger than Ethan was. And so, yeah, I got on V's show because he was a big Injustice fan. So that's how he got on. You've ever seen him on EVS? Yeah, it's funny. I mean, let's see. Where's V's channel? Okay, that was V live stream, which is his channel he does live streams on now because he's separated it, which only has 25,000 viewers. But V's main channel, let me see here. V's main channel has 106,000 subs. And I don't know what the heck kind of videos he does. But yeah, sub to him if you enjoyed his commentary here. Yeah, he does uploaded video on his main channel, and then he has a separate live stream channel to I don't know, not mess with his algorithm. I don't like that. I understand doing it for the sake of your channel, but man, he would get so many more people on his live streams if he was doing what Ethan does, is where he does those uploaded channels and then he does live streams. And honestly, if you want to get rid of the algorithm problems, you can simply take down your live stream videos or do your live streams on your main channel, then download them and upload them to your secondary channel so it doesn't mess with the algorithm. But whatever. V says what 90% of Europe wants to say. Oh, we getting to breaking point. Maxine Bernier is the closest that Canada has to a Trump. I don't follow Canada's politics at all, except for that you have that soy boy prime minister and a cokehead mayor or something like that. Or did that guy die? I don't remember. Manifest loves V. Half of you didn't hit the like. It's true. Half of you didn't hit the like. None of you hit the share, did you? Nobody hit the share. I never heard of them, to be honest. Who was that guy? Victor the Ripper, I just explained. I know V, and V's a doctor. V is a doctor in Romania, but in Romania, doctors only make $250 a month. So when he started making money on YouTube, it was like, well, why the heck do I have to be a doctor? I don't make any money being a doctor. I'm not going to sit in my underwear and do YouTube all day. If you look on Indiecron, you can see all of Mike's current and upcoming projects. Yeah, indiecron.com. That's a good one, too. I knew V since 2015. When he hid voice, he was much more potently painful. I don't know what that means exactly. When 2 subs randomly come together. That's Tron's Cube. He was on Sargon's channel and a few other alternate commentators of the craziness of the left. Yeah, V and Sargons are pals. They play D&D together. Sargon of Akkad. Sargon of Akkad. We know your views on Canada, Mike. It's all out of love. It's not out of love. I like one roof mentality. Is this cross examinations? No, withheld. Rather not say. I would never have V on cross examinations. He's a heathen and a pagan. No, he's not a pagan. He's just no. I'll do that. Hopefully, oof. Yeah, maybe I should bump off of this and do cross examinations because I have to go to the memorial for my friend James today at 2:00. But I gotta eat and stuff first. V got me out of bed for this. Magazine, I made a Captain Marvel meme just now and came on here for the Marvel news. Same thing with Jussie Smollett or anything else they do. Blows up in their face and drives traffic to smaller creators. Yeah, Marvel news. Well, I'm not doing the Marvel news aggregate thing. I mean, I could, but then I'd be reading blind. You guys want me to search out some Marvel news? Back to Meg. Thank you for Kendo. He sometimes deletes his live streams, but he uploads them on BitChute. Oh, there you go. That's a way to do it. I got to look into BitChute. That may be the savior of video streaming for those of us who do not kowtow to the left. And Jordan Peterson. Lobsters. Hierarchy. We talked about his slippery eyebrows on YouTube, though. That was crazy. So glad he's finally getting exposed. Dr. V legal. Yeah, he should have named his channel Dr. V. That would have been cool. That would have sounded cool. Sargon was a gardener, then an emperor, and now a YouTuber. An emperor? A gardener, then an emperor? Oh, you mean the actual Sargon? Isn't he an atheist? Yes, V is an atheist. Heroic Nico says, did you know the cleanest mayor in politics lives in Minnesota and answers to Duke? He has served 4 terms in his town. I did not. I don't know much about Minnesota except for that it's cold. What is your favorite paper to ink on? Smooth Bristol or vellum Bristol's nice too, but sorry. I need to go get some coffee and go get some food. So I'm probably gonna wrap this up. JD Sutton, is Steve Alton going to let you adapt the lock? If the Meg does well enough, then I know he will want to work on future projects. And yes, he did mention the lock. Duke the dog that became mayor. Seriously, probably the best mayor too. Yeah, the real one. All right. Last I heard, they were promoting Captain Marvel through Stan Lee's Twitter, and people are sad about it. Yeah, it is. It's true. It's true, and it's sad. And with that, guys, thanks for being here. I'll probably leave this up for a little bit. I don't know. I'm just not gonna set it to monetization, so it doesn't. I don't have to worry about that hurdle. Hopefully, V's remains up and remains monetized. And I think I have enough differentiation because his went for about a half an hour before I came on, and now mine is going on. How long until Mike gets it? Until I get what? Heroic. What did Heroic say? Yeah, I got it. I'm kind of tired too. Someone kept me up late for an auction. Hey, yeah, thanks everybody for all the support. Man, you guys killed it on that fundraiser for Oli. It's up at and 12,848 now. Chris Zimmerman, I think he's one of us. Here, let me pop that in the old chat. Where is it? Crossing streams. Yeah, if you guys can help out Oli and Kim during their time of need, check out the GoFundMe. And yeah, you guys grabbing those metal prints from him really helped out last night. So I can't thank you guys enough. This community really helps each other. I know Oli isn't a YouTuber, but he's one of us. he is one of us. So all right, I'm gonna get going. I'll see you guys later for cross examinations. So peace out.